Hey guys, Raj here. Today I'm going to be showing you my cigar humidor and the cigars I have inside it. This particular video is going to be on my fragrance channel, and I am planning on setting up a new channel where I'm going to be reviewing cigars. And later on, when that's fully set up, I'm going to leave a link down to that video, that channel. And on that channel, I'm going to go into much more detail about how I got into cigars, how often I smoke, where I buy my cigars from, basically like an introduction video. But this video is just going to be me showing you my humidor and the cigars that are inside. So this humidor is an Adorini. It is the Torino Deluxe. I got this from a good website. I think it was called humidordiscount.com, and I paid for it in euros, so I got a really good deal. And it's a 30 count humidor. I think quite a good, luxurious and entry-level humidor, I feel, for kind of like a beginner or somebody who wants a fairly small collection or just wants to store around 30-ish cigars. Let's just go straight into it. There we go. So it came with the humidifier and the hygrometer. It's showing, what is it showing? About 65% humidity. It was a little bit higher. I opened this box a couple of minutes ago. It was hovering around the 70% mark, which is kind of a good level. So let's just, before I go into each one, let's just get a little bird's eye view of what's going on here. I've got a mixture of Cubans and non-Cubans. Non-Cubans is something I've only got into recently, not like on purpose or anything like that. Not that I've ignored them. It's just that when I first started getting into cigars, I just went for the Cubans first, really. So let's just go straight into it. And the brand where I own the most number of cigars from, Ramon Allones, a house that I've only discovered fairly recently, thanks to a fellow fragrance reviewer and a cigar reviewer, Carl Pearson. And this is his favorite Cuban brand. And I had to try it, and I really enjoy what I'm smoking. These ones are the Edición Limitada from 2011. They're called the Extras. And I bought these while I was out in Spain. I've smoked a couple of these. I bought about 10, I think I bought. And I wasn't 100% sure about them when I was out in Spain. Came back to the UK, and I picked up on so many more flavors, and I don't know how that happened. The sweet, almost dried fruit accords, well, I say accords, the notes or the flavors that were coming through on my tongue were just incredible. And it's so smooth, ultra smooth. I mean, it's been aged obviously for a while, so you can really tell. It's a really fantastic cigar. Next up is the Specially Selected. So I've smoked a couple of these, and again, this kind of sweetiness comes through. It's very creamy, a very enjoyable cigar. There's no harshness on the tongue, and it's just a great cigar. I think I need to get a couple more of these. This is the only one I have at the moment. One here which I haven't smoked yet. This is the La Casa del Habano exclusive. So I don't know if it's going to focus there, but just around the band it says La Casa del Habano, which is an exclusive for shops that are given this franchise from Habanos SA, who own all Cuban cigars, and this one is called the Superiores. So really looking forward to letting this age in my humidor and going back to it maybe after a few months, maybe after a year. We'll see how it goes. The Superiores. Just underneath here, this is the limited edition for Hunters and Francois to celebrate Hunters and Francois' 225th anniversary. And they've done a collaboration with Ramon Allones. I'm really looking forward to smoking this. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Hunters and Francois, just in case you don't know, are the sole distributor of Cuban, well, I think all cigars, or maybe just Cuban cigars, into the UK market. And they've had a lot of influence on the UK cigar market. So very much looking forward to trying that. And the final one from Ramon Allones is a big one pretty big. I mean, if you put that just down there, you can kind of get into good context of how big this one is. This one is the Gigantes. Beautiful color. I haven't smoked it. I'm just looking forward to just aging it for a little bit and taking my time with cigar smoking. I'm in no rush. That's a beauty. That really is a beauty. Okay, so going on now to one of my favorite cigars, and this one is from Cohiba, and this one is the Maduro 5 in the Genios size. But what's so special about this particular cigar is that it's actually from the year 2007. So you're looking at what's that, 7, 8 years? So it's got an amazing amount of age onto this. I remember the first time I smoked this cigar, I was in a hotel called Number 10 Manchester Street in London, and they have a cigar terrace there. And I picked this one up, and I was just floored. Cohiba definitely have, full-on flavors, a good DNA, I think. When you smoke a Cohiba, you kind of know that you're smoking a Cohiba for most of them. Well, definitely the ones I've tried. And I love the full-on power of this. I'm finding it a little bit difficult to pick up on the flavors, and because there are quite a few and it can be a little bit overwhelming. I definitely want to go back to this and maybe smoke a few more before I start reviewing this. But yeah, great cigar. I don't have any more Cohibas in this collection, but I have smoked quite a few. My other favorite after this is probably the Behiki 54. You can't go wrong with the Robusto, and Siglo 6, of course, are just fantastic. So next up, and I'm going to point out something here on purpose. So these are two Hoyo de Monterreys. Now can you see that there is a difference in the wrapper? Now I don't know how that has happened. So the one on the right, so by the way, this is the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure Deluxe, a La Casa del Habano exclusive. And this one is the same one, but you can tell the difference in the wrapper. It's much lighter, so I'm not sure how that happened. But I love this, and I love Hoyo's Epicure line, the Epicure number 2, Epicure Especial, and this one is a great smoke. It's a good size, a kind of like a, what is it, like a Petit Robusto or something along those lines. It starts off with a kind of smooth coffee. You get a touch of spice and pepper, and really intensifies towards the mid and end of this cigar. It's definitely worth having in your humidor, I feel. But I do feel that the Epicure Especial and number 2s are actually better than this. But this is really good and definitely worth owning. Going on to now to a brand that is fairly new to me, and I haven't smoked anything from them. This is Por Larrañaga, and this one is their UK regional edition. This one is called the Sobresalientes for the UK market, released in 2014. It's just it just feels great in your hand. When you're smoking that, you're holding it like that. It just feels great. It's a nice size. I like this type of ring gauge, meaning the sort of the girth of the cigar, and really looking forward to getting a bit of age on that and smoking that. And another one that I picked up from Por Larrañaga, this one is called the Picadore or Picadores. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Yeah. Nice cigar. I like the wrapper on here. It's on the lighter side. Feels good in the hand. Quite tightly packed this one actually. Might have to loosen it up while I smoke it. We'll see what happens. Let's go on to. Okay, so I've got a couple of Olivas here. So this particular one is the Mitchell Orchard collection, which I think is exclusive only to cigarslimited.co.uk, and this one is called the Chobi. So Oliva coming out of Nicaragua. I don't really know anything about this brand. I haven't smoked anything from this brand, but I'm looking forward to trying that. And one that I was looking forward to trying the most, but actually Cigars, they sent me the wrong one. To be fair to them, they did give me a refund, or they refunded the difference because they sent this one to me by mistake. This one is the Serie V Special V Figurado. You can see the slightly different end to it there. You've got to burn it slightly differently. I was supposed to get, I bought the, I think it's called the Melanio Figurado, which Cigar Aficionado gave a #1 spot in their top 25 cigars of 2014. But I'm sure this is going to be a really good smoke, and I'm looking forward to trying more from this brand. Coming up next is from Padron. Oh, sorry about that, guys. This one is Padron, and this one is their Maduro 2000, or it's the Robusto Maduro. I've took it out of the wrapper earlier, and I got to say the smell on this was really weird. It didn't smell like any cigar I've smelled. It smelled almost like sesame seed oil after you've cooked it. I don't know if it's going to taste like that. I hope not, but looking forward to trying it. That's what I like about cigar smoking. There's so much variety out there, and because I do like stronger flavors, I think my palate is quite used to things like that. So, yeah, maybe cigar smoking, I'm just made for it. But you can have lighter smokes, and I think a lighter smoke here, maybe for the beginner, I'm not 100% sure. I think this would be yeah, probably I would say a good cigar to start with for the beginner. This is a Monte Cristo, and this one is called the Petit Edmundo. So there is the original Edmundo and then the double Edmundo. This is just a nice size. This is a good cigar to have in, like a half an hour smoke. It's not too thin. I don't like those thin Lonsdales and those what are those, the kind of Petit Coronas. They're not my favorite type of size. I do like a bit of, I want to feel something in my hand, like it's something substantial. And this is just a great smoke from start to finish. Ultra smooth. It has lots of flavor. You get a kind of creamy, nutty hazelnut type aroma coming through and taste on the tongue. It's a fantastic cigar, and I actually I bought a box when I was out in Spain. So, I mean, Spain is, the half the price of the UK. So I split this with my dad and also gave a couple to my friends while I was out there in Spain. So I've only got two left. Next up, again from the house of Monte Cristo, or I should say the brand of Monte Cristo, really. And this one is one of their latest releases. This is called the Anillados. I think that's how you pronounce it. It means something along the lines of aged. So I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up. Probably not. But you can probably just about make out what it says. And what Habanos SA, the owner of all these brands, the Cuban brands, what they've done is that they've released a series called Anillados. And they have released this one, and I think it was the Romeo y Julieta. I smoked that one, and I thought it was okay. I liked it, but it wasn't amazing. This particular range, what they've done is that they have aged these cigars from between, I think I read 5 and 8 years. So this has definitely got a lot of age on it. And I remember when I smelled this one, when I first got it, the milk chocolate aroma that was coming off this cigar was really nice. So really looking forward to getting onto that one. And then I've got a few. Oh no, there's still one where I have a couple from the brand. So I've got a couple of these. I've actually smoked two of these before. This is from the brand Partagas, and this is the Selección Privada. This is the limited edition from 2014. Now let me just show you guys one thing. I think. Oh no, sorry, yeah, they complete the. I thought for a second that they had a different color. I got mixed up. Yeah, so this is the other one I have, and it's an amazing smoke. Partagas is one of those brands where it's not really a cigar I want to have like every week or every month. I might have to, go back to Partagas now and again because they are full on. If you have not had a big meal, a good drink or a coffee to go with this, you are going to be in trouble because it's going to send your head spinning. It's going to be like a kick in the stomach. It really is quite full on in terms of flavor. Beautiful kind of sweet fruit aromas. This cigar in some ways reminds me of the Ramon Allones 2011 Extra. Now, Ramon Allones and Partagas are actually made in the same factory, but I don't know if they're using the same wrappers or fillers. But I don't know if that's a coincidence, but I definitely picked on some similarities there and bags of flavor in this one. And when I review it, I'll definitely try and go into as much detail as possible. Over here, this is from the company Alec Bradley, a Honduran brand. And this one is called the Prensado Robusto. So I kind of just bought this because I was in Davidoff in London and I was getting a couple of things and I thought, let me just try this out. I wanted to try something. I wanted to get more non-Cubans in here just to get that variety and try new things. So looking forward to trying this one. Another full-on cigar here from the company, the brand Bolivar. And this one is the Belicosos Finos. Again, I bought this out in Spain. I bought quite a few of these out in Spain actually because they're half price. This was from this is from the cabinet they had of 25 over there, and another full-on cigar. But one thing I noticed about this, and I've smoked a couple, um, it doesn't really stay in my mind. It wasn't really like a memorable cigar, if I'm honest. Maybe I needed to age it a little bit more, or we'll see how it goes. But out of all of these, all the ones I've smoked anyway, this one kind of stuck in my mind the least. But I do remember enjoying what I smoked, but not 100% sure about this one just yet. And let me just check, that's the final one. Yeah, that's the final one. Last but not least. Oh, by the way, these are little dividers that come with it. So there are two, one which is not in here. You can put them like that or put them like that. It's quite cool. And last but not least, looking forward to trying this one because I watched a review about a month ago from Carl, or was it a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying that this is one of the finest cigars he smoked, especially in the first third. This is an H. Upmann Connoisseur A. H. Upmann Connoisseur A. It sounds right up my street from his description. I do like the more sweeter cigars. When a cigar is packed full of spice and kind of very woody, dark aromas, not really my style, but I do enjoy that. But I do like cigars that are maybe a little bit more on the sweeter side. So there you go, guys. These are all my cigars. Better put them back in the box. Got to keep them in the right condition. There's my humidor. Thanks for watching. If any of you guys are into cigars, please let me know your thoughts. If you're against smoking in general, let me know your thoughts. And bear in mind, guys, that I am going to be setting up a new channel. It's going to be called LDN Cigar Smoker. I will leave the link in maybe this video later on or future videos. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.